What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Straight Betting. Today is Monday, June 9th. And guys, there's nothing to recap. I made a video. My last MLB video was on Saturday. I didn't give out any official plays. I just kind of broke down the board, saw what my projections liked, and kind of shared my thoughts on the board from obviously what my projections liked. So yeah, guys, I do have 3 picks for today, and let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. But before I do so, just make sure to drop a like down below. Sub to the channel if you like this type of content. It's a great help to me, and it is very, very greatly appreciated. It just helps the channel grow. So yeah, just take a little bit of time to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. All right, guys. First official play, and like I said, I do not actually play these. Yeah, I don't actually play these right now. So these are just the plays that I would play. But if you do want my actual plays, go join the link down below the Discord because I'll post my actual plays there. Dustin May over 4.5 strikeouts, plus 125 at Bet365, plus 116 at FanDuel. As we can see here, Dustin May, I do have him at 4.88 strikeouts. And if we go down here, this dude has just been really, really good. A 27% strikeout rate against left-handed batters, 19% against righties, so much better against lefties. Should face a decent amount of lefties in this lineup today on the Padres. Obviously, guys, Luis Ariz is a guy who is just like pretty much never going to strike out. If we look at his, 2%, 1%, that's actually crazy. But the rest of the lineup is like, fine. Manny Machado is obviously kind of a tough target. But yeah, guys, basically the reason why I'm playing Dustin May here, man, is that Dustin May has been, he's a pretty nasty pitcher. Like, he has some really good stuff. Seeing a 4.5 line for plus 125, I just don't think I can pass up on. May, he's been going pretty deep in games recently. I have him at 87 pitches, facing 23.7 batters. Dustin May, he's over in 9 out of 11 games, 5+ strikeouts, 9 out of 11. Like I said, this is kind of a price thing, man. Like, I only have him for 4.88 strikeouts, but with it being at plus 125, plus 116, I just feel pretty inclined to play it. Martin Maldonado is like, the best target by far. Jackson Merrill has kind of been striking out a lot. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to try and, make the case that it's like the best matchup in the world, because it's obviously not. But, all these numbers are being crunched. Still have them at around 4.9, pretty close to 5. And like I said, just to get taking that plus 125 at plus 125 for a prop that I think has a better chance to hit than it doesn't, I feel like you got to take that. All right, guys, play number 2. I'm going with Andre Pallante. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Andre Pallante. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'm not the biggest baseball guy, just trying to make a little bit of money betting it. So Andre Pallante over 1.5 walks. This is his stuff right here. This is his walk stuff. So, guys, he's been, especially against righties, he's really struggled at striking out righties. He's been okay against lefties. If you look at his projected numbers, right, supposed to be, he's a pretty above average pitcher at walking people. He's had 2 or more walks in 7 out of 11 games this year. And when we go down, he's playing the Blue Jays, who do have like Vladdy, who's a decent target, Springer, Lukes. Even Clase and Kirk are okay targets as well. Yeah, man. I just think, getting this at plus money, I think is also, like I said, guys, when I bet, I'm not betting like what I think is going to win. I'm betting what I think the probability is off on. So yeah, I have Pallante over here at 2.2 walks. Like I said, there's a few decent targets. Blue Jays have definitely just been like walking a ton recently. But yeah, man, just for a pitcher like Pallante, projects to face 24.2 batters, throw 89 pitches. He's below average at walking people. Just getting this at plus money, I think, is also a steal. So Andre Pallante over 1.5 walks. We can quick circle back to, actually, let me give out my final play, and then I'll, quick look at some other things. But third and final play, this one's a little bit weird. Caleb Durbin, he's a hitter for the Milwaukee Brewers. He's not like a star hitter or anything, but I have him over 0.5 hits. So the way I got here, the way I even started researching this, honestly, is I was looking at my hits allowed, and I saw that it really likes Chris Sale to go over his 4.5 hits allowed. And, Chris Sale, really good pitcher, really good strikeout stuff. Obviously, he's been in the league for a while. He's been great for a while. It's kind of crazy, like, how damn good Chris Sale is still, to be honest, at his age. But yeah, guys, Chris Sale. So Caleb Durbin, if we go down here, So the first thing about Chris Sale, guys, I want to say is that he's obviously a nasty strikeout pitcher. Obviously, guys, to be able to get a hit, you need you need to put the ball into play. So I was kind of like looking down here. I was like, okay. And then you look at Caleb Durbin, 8.75% strikeout rate against righties, which is it's obviously, Sale's a lefty, but then 8.1% strikeout rate against lefties. All the projected K rates are very, very low, like 11%, very, very low. When you like weight these two together, very, very low. So Caleb Durbin rarely ever strikes out. And I think that's important against Chris Sale, right? Just like, you need to put the ball in the play to get a hit. And this dude just is very good at putting the ball into play. If you're kind of prone to striking out and you're going up against Chris Sale, that's a good recipe to, walk into like a 2 strikeout game or something like that. Don't really expect that with Durbin. Another thing too, guys, Caleb Durbin, his walk rate against lefties over this is last 60 days. So this is basically on the year. It's only at 2.7%. His walk rate against righties is only at 6.3%. So this dude also doesn't really walk much at all. So doesn't really walk, doesn't really strike out. That's a recipe for a lot of balls to be put into play. Now, if we go down here, guys, so Chris Sale, he's giving up a 250 batting average to righties this year, 220 to lefties. Obviously, that's good for us. Caleb Durbin is indeed a righty. We go down to Caleb Durbin splits versus right-handed pitching, which Chris Sale is not. He's only hitting 191, really, really struggling against righties. But against lefties on the year, or last 60 days, he is hitting 265. So not only Chris Sale struggles more against righties, Caleb Durbin also has much better splits against lefties. I also just don't think that, he's really shouldn't walk here. If we look at his walk rate against lefties, his chance of striking out, especially compared to like the average person against Chris Sale, are very, very low. So yeah, man, I kind of just really like Durbin's chances to put like 3 or 4 balls in play here. And for him to get a hit, minus 125, obviously, like minus 125 for a player to record one singular hit in a game, even though he is projected to bat 7th. That's like a very, very short number, right? Or short, number when you imply in the odds. So yeah, didn't anticipate betting on Caleb Durbin to get a hit, but the more I looked at it, the more I really, really started to like it. So yeah, I'm playing him over 0.5 hits. And yeah, like I said, when you're betting on hits, and I'm probably actually going to do something with this in a little bit with my projections, but you basically just want to bet on people who should try to project how many balls are going to be put into play, because you really can't control. That's like all you can really try to predict, right? I mean, obviously you can try to predict if someone gives up a lot of hard hit stuff, if a batter's been swinging a hot bat, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, you can hit a liner hard as hell right at the shortstop, line drive out, or you can hit a little drizzler down the third base line and beat out a infield hit. So yeah, really the thing you're looking for here for hits, in my opinion, is like putting balls in play. Like Durbin to do that here. Like I said, like him to put like 3 or 4 balls in play. And yeah, hopefully that's enough to get a hit. So running Caleb Durbin over 0.5 hits. I guess other stuff that I liked, really like Hancock over 5.5 hits allowed, going up against the Diamondbacks, who do not strike out much. Hitter friendly ballpark in Arizona as well for giving up hits. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that a little bit more, but have a big lean on that. Luis Ortiz is probably, him to walk 2 batters. That's something he's done in 12 out of 13 games, I believe, this year. And he's going up against the Reds, who Reds have a lot of guys who have been drawing a ton of walks against righties. So this is probably like a really good one to, put a little juicer in. And, I will say Luis Ortiz, to walk 2 batters, and then Zach Wheeler to get 5 strikeouts or something like that. I think I checked that. It was minus 135. But Zach Wheeler is a very consistent pitcher. And I have a pretty strong lean on his 6.5 line. That's even a little bit juiced over. So taking him down to get 5 strikeouts to pair with the Luis Ortiz is something that I may end up playing. Same with Andre Palante, man. I know I'm on his over walks, but his under strikeouts looks pretty good as well at 3.5. I think there was minus 150 even. But obviously, guys, like I said, not a big fan of laying crazy juice. So maybe look for something to pair with that as well. And yeah, Toronto just really does not strike out much at all, especially against righties. And Palante just has very, very little strikeout stuff. So yeah, those are kind of my stuff for today, guys. Like I said, official looks are May over 4.5 strikeouts, Andre Palante over 1.5 walks, and then Caleb Durbin over 0.5 hits. Like I said, guys, I don't actually play these. So if you guys do want the plays that I actually do play, I do post them right before first pitch, after like the lineups are confirmed, the umpires are confirmed, and all that good stuff. And there's more stuff on Novig and ProphetX. So yeah, join the Discord if that interests you down below. And yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Like I said, make sure to like and sub on your way out. And thank you for your time.